Hey there, folks. A new game just recently came out here that I thought I'd take a look into. Mainly because, well, one, it looked fun, and two, I'm a pretty big fiend when it comes to Lethal Company. And this game had a lot of things going for it that reminded me deeply of what Lethal Company had to offer. Having a 4-man crew going around getting money, doing remedial tasks, I mean, it literally screams Lethal Company at the end of the day. Yet, I gotta give this one credit where credit's due. Content Warning is a unique enough game where instead of going around collecting scrap, making sure to meet quota at the end of the day, what you're doing instead is, well, I mean, just like a YouTuber, you're going around filming monsters, milking the hell out of it for as much content as you can get. Which, yes, I see the irony of it. What this game does uniquely is it forces you to interact more with the monsters. Where a game like Lethal Company might tell you, hey, go ahead and go in there, collect all the scrap that you can, and then get the heck out. This game right here does the exact opposite of that. It forces you to continue moving into the monsters. This game has a wonderfully raw juxtaposition to it. The overworld that you start off in, the hub world, is lively and colorful, and it really just reminds you of something that you'd imagine straight out of a game like Little Big Planet, or heck, even like Super Mario. But the minute you enter the actual abyss, it's just a flip of the switch. It just immediately turns into a nightmarish experience where anything and everything wrong feels like it should very well happen. And I love that. One of the things, though, that, and I hate saying this, is the monsters do not go well with most of what you're doing. For a game where you're supposed to be finding monsters and filming them on camera, the monsters blend in too well with anything around the surrounding areas. One of the only monsters that me and my friends were able to find in this case was, well, just the robot dog, which it was primarily because it was the only thing producing any sort of contrasting colors. The monsters blend in very, very deeply with the world, which some of them that works out pretty well, but when it's every monster, it can become a little taxing very quickly. Another thing that I really wasn't the most fond of when we're talking about it was the scare sound effect. The game's audio is fairly well balanced, as far as I can tell you. There is one thing that's not currently balanced very well. It is definitely, without a doubt, the scare sound effect. It was beyond jarring, and not in a good way. It very quickly went from terrifying to kind of honestly annoying. I'm hoping that's something they can figure out at some point or another. I did try to balance out my settings a bit to see if I could get it fixed, but honestly, it was not good. That being said, the baseline mechanics of the game I think are really fun. Funny enough, one of my favorite mechanics that the game has to offer is the ability to actually save your own recordings after each session. So when you're down in the depths, you get to literally take your recordings that you make in-game and go and put it on screen. I think the goofy, flimsy nature of the characters is a lot of fun. I will say, in this case, I don't think the character movement really blends all that well with what the goal point is and what the criteria is for filming. A lot of what you have to do is filming monsters and trying to catch things that are spooky on tape. But the problem is honestly, those floppy and flimsy limbs that you have that are really, really goofy, well, honestly, they're not all that good for precision recording in any sense whatsoever. You'll often find your limbs are too spaghetti-like to hold a straight angle on something when you're recording, or you'll find that one of your teammates has accidentally bumped into you, which is very, very easy to do. Not to diss on the game too much, I know it's still currently in early development, but I do hope to see some improvements made along the way. I think the game has a lot of charm to it. I think there's a possibility that it could definitely grow a lot more. I would love to see it actually gain some controller support, because as far as I can tell you right now, this game is not really well built around a controller. Although I, funny enough, think that the camera itself would benefit so much more if you could use a controller for it. Either way, I'm hoping for the best for it in the future here, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. I would have to say right now, between the two, I would still personally recommend Lethal Company over this game. $2 difference, $8 to $10, I would still hands down say that Lethal Company has it beat, but I'm positively optimistic on this one. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. I think it has a lot of charm, and we'll see where it goes. So I think the question at this point is, would I personally recommend this game to anybody who's interested? Yeah, honestly, yeah. For the price point it's coming in at, and the game is honestly still in early development, it's worth investing in it now as opposed to later, just because I think the game has a lot of secret potential there. This game has a lot of promise, and I really wouldn't be surprised to see it truly put that Lethal Company formula to the test. But for right now, folks, thank you so much for stopping in. If you had a wonderful time, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You want to hear more reviews for games like this? Be sure to let me know, and I'll definitely consider it. With that being said, take care of yourselves, folks, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for stopping in.